What's happening? It's your boy Uncle Juice coming to you live from the fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada for my predictions for night 2 of WrestleMania. Night 1 left me with a little to be desired. I'm not gonna lie, I got more advertisements than I was sports entertained, so I'm a little tired. We went to a Killer Cross event after the show because I had been sports entertained enough, but I didn't get enough wrestling in my day. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give you my night 2 predictions, and we're all going to pray that every match gets 15 to 20 minutes other than Brock versus Oba, because we all know what Brock versus Oba is going to be. With that being said, Brock versus Oba is going to be the first match that I'm going to go ahead and review. My heart says that Obafemi will win, but my head says that Brock Lesnar will win. Apologize for my voice. I've been doing a lot of screaming and yelling over the last few days from live wrestling. But I think it's going to be a lot like Brock's match versus Goldberg a few years back at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a 5 to 7 minute car crash. A big meaty man match, which is always one of my favorite matches. Just two big meaty men slapping meat. Pause, no Diddy. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and say that Brock Lesnar wins tonight, and they change the plans, and Obafemi ends up being the one to retire him in Minnesota at SummerSlam instead of Gunther. In the second match, I have champion Jade Cargill going up against Rhea Ripley. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, the build to this match has been 100% terrible. I do not enjoy the build to this at all. I love Jade. I love her physique. She seems like a great person, and I'm very aware that she doesn't need to do this. Her husband is a retired baseball player. I love Rhea Ripley. I've loved Rhea Ripley since the Mae Young Classic when I seen her when she had blonde hair and didn't have tattoos yet. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Jade Cargill experiment in WWE is kind of hit its crescendo, and I think it's a break glass in case of emergency. LOL, Rhea Ripley wins. Hopefully they give him a little bit of time, but I think this might also end up being a 5 to 7 minute match. So don't be surprised if this match doesn't go right after Brock versus Oba. Then we have the match that I booked in my head. We have Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev Day versus Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. I think if they give this match time and let it breathe, it'll be awesome. I hope it goes better than the last time I seen Penta live in a ladder match. The dude got his leg broken something crazy that day. So I pray that everybody stays safe in this match. With that being said, I'm going to say that Penta retains, but in my heart, I would love to see Rusev win the belt just to give him something to do. He seems like he made a bad decision jumping from AEW back to WWE, because on AEW, at least you got pushed. Now that you're back in WWE, you're just a guy. Next I have Finn Balor versus Filthy Dom Mysterio, Con Dom. I think Finn Balor's going to win this. He's coming out as the Demon tonight. I think his win-loss record at the Demon is like 5-2 or 4-2, something like that. So I can't really see Dom pulling out the win tonight. Plus, Dom has gotten some pretty decent wins over the last few years, and they seem to be pushing him to a point where he's almost Teflon. I can't see anything making his push go differently. I got him winning Money in the Bank this year, or at least one of the 4 people I think definitely need to win Money in the Bank this year. So with that being said, I got Finn Balor for the win. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the U.S. title. Now, this is probably going to be the most controversial pick because I have Trick Williams losing in a double turn. I feel that Sami Zayn is going to win. He's going to do something dirty to win the match. Trick Williams will come off as a baby face, maybe from like a post-match beatdown. Don't be surprised if somebody like Kevin Owens possibly shows up here and attacks Trick Williams, and that's how they turn him babyface, and possibly Carmelo Hayes will come out to save him. We get a Trick Carmelo. I hope it's not a long thing. I don't want those two to be together for a long time. I want them to both cook individually and organically. But yes, I have Sami Zayn winning during the double turn tonight, and we're going to turn Trick babyface. We're going to turn Sami heel. And then for the world title, to my nephew and his favorite wrestler, throw the ones up for our tribal chief. That being said, I think y'all all know who I got winning the main event. But let's talk about this build for a minute. Roman Reigns telling CM Punk that he's old is diabolical work. Roman Reigns is 2 years older than me. CM Punk is like 47, close to 50. I got gray hair. That's like me telling one of my other cousins that they old. If they old, I'm old too. It's super weird. With that being said, I got Roman Reigns for the win. CM Punk had his time in the spotlight. You've been to all the shows. You come every week. You still haven't figured out a way to get more over than Roman. I think CM Punk is a big cook. I think his best days are behind him. Me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 2-3 years, Shawn Michaels transitioned to a different role in the company, and you see CM Punk slide down to NXT, and it'll go from 90s Vince booking to 2000s Vince booking, basically. But yes, I have Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. So my nephew Cooney, your tribal chief, is coming back with that belt. Hopefully he shows up on Raw in Omaha. Even if he don't wrestle, man, please show up in Raw in Omaha just so my nephew can see you, bro. You his favorite wrestler. So with that being said, our tribal chief is the winner. I pray that the matches are longer tonight, and I pray that I am less advertised and more sports entertained. Trying to keep it short, under 8 minutes, so I don't bore y'all too much. Again, it's your boy, Uncle Juice, coming to you live from Circus in the beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I got videos coming, pictures coming, everything to document, my days at WrestleMania. So hope to hear from y'all soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. And write down in your comments your predictions, who you think is going to win at WrestleMania, what you thought about WrestleMania. If you like the channel, please support your boy, man. I'm out here trying to hustle. I got to get out here and see why my homeboy that I just met the other day got kicked out of WrestleMania, had floor seats, and I got to get some food and get with my cousin. So with that being said, I went a little over the 8-minute mark, but that's how it goes when you rep that bloodline gang. Sometimes you go over. Ask Rock the Dwayne Johnson. Again, this has been your boy, Uncle Juice. You've been wrestling with Uncle Juice, and I'll talk to you later, nieces and nephews. Peace.